Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's V. I spent way too long trying to figure out my whole camera situation, and I couldn't remember how I put things together, and also my room's different. My background, which you see here, I used to sit on the floor, I'm now sitting on a chair. My desk is here. I guess I'll give you a little tour because I rearranged everything to optimize positive energy flow for the new year. Also, Happy New Year. I don't really have an intro planned for this video, but I just wanted to make something because I've been passing every day by for my winter break and thinking I should make a video, but just the thought of any of the ideas that I had in mind was like so much work, so much effort, and I was feeling the self-doubt about the content and the perspective and things like that for like a more like video essay format. So I just kind of did nothing. It is pretty much like my last few days of winter break. I'm in my field placement again, but I'm not starting classes until the week after next week, and I've just been hanging out here in my apartment. I haven't left my apartment. Today is Friday. I haven't left it since Monday, except to take out the trash last night. That's my reality. And I'm thinking something needs to change about it. I've just been like not feeling so great, and I'm just kind of like easing into the new year, and I don't want to like put any pressure on myself to make any like resolutions or even intentions. In years past, when I used to more diligently bullet journal, I would do like a whole thing for the new year, and I just wasn't feeling it this year, and I haven't really been using my bullet journal as regularly. I just kind of have a notebook and I use it however I need to. But after these last few days, there are a couple things that I want to really focus on, and I thought I'd make a video to hold myself accountable to it. And the last time I did this, it was the summer, and I just never finished editing that video, so it never saw the light of day. But here I am once again. We'll see if this actually gets posted. For these last like few weeks of winter break, I've really been noticing that there's something about my body, there's several things about my body that is just like not feeling good, and I think that my like physical being is what really needs healing in this new year. So there's a few things. It was over Christmas, like it was I think the day before Christmas, I woke up with like some pretty bad neck pain, which lasted I think like almost a week. I don't know what is happening, and also I have a lot of trouble sleeping. Part of it is because of my work schedule. So I work at a grocery store. I'm actually scheduled to work today a closing shift from 3 to 10:30 p.m. And so like having to work that late really throws me off. Also, not just having to work that late, but also having to work very early. So let me tell you what I did for New Year's, okay? So New Year's Day, I was scheduled to work. My coworker who makes a schedule asked me if I had any plans. I don't, cause I don't have much of a social life nowadays, and also like just going outside still kind of like gives me a little bit of anxiety in terms of like big social events and things like that. I just don't know, like, are people still living like it's a pandemic? Like there's still a virus going on. But So I didn't have any plans, so he scheduled me for New Year's Day to open the store. And so this was my New Year's Eve. I was like, I already had my sleep schedule all messed up. Like, I will have a lot of trouble falling asleep. So I was like, okay, New Year's Eve, whatever. It's a regular night. I like half watched a movie, ordered pizza, but then I was like, I'm going to go to bed early. So 9 o'clock, I tried to like get ready to go to bed. And like my problem is that I spend a lot of time like I feel like my mind is always on, and I need to like drown it out by watching some like obscure commentary YouTube, just like in the background. Like, I find that I fall asleep when it's something that's like not super interesting, but like the voice like has, you know, a certain quality, and it's kind of just like going, and it's like kind of calm. A lot of times it's like commentary videos. But anyways, my problem is like I kind of need that to fall asleep, and in the past it has worked for me to like have it on and I fall asleep. But New Year's Eve, I tried to just like lay down, close my eyes. I could not fall asleep until 2 a.m. And New Year's Eve is whatever, like I regularly stay up past midnight, so just like doing whatever, watching videos, playing The Sims, I don't know. So whatever, it's not like a big deal, but I couldn't fall asleep until 2 a.m. And usually when I open the store at 6 a.m. for my 6 a.m. shift, I wake up at 4:30. And so I only slept for 2 hours. And then I worked New Year's Day. And also keep in mind, like, my neck is also still hurting at this point, I think. So then I work New Year's Day, and then I had a coffee, an instant coffee. It was like a little Vietnamese instant coffee packets, lifesaver. But I think I need to cut out caffeine, that's another thing. I worked New Year's Day, 6 to is like 1 or 2, I can't remember when I was scheduled. I got home and I was like, I cannot take a nap because I need to just be tired at my regular bedtime and like go to sleep and just like reset. And I tried very hard, and so like I was like doing some things on my computer. I think I was like maybe doing like my budget or some other like errands, like working on the computer. I think I was like playing The Sims a little bit, and then it's like, I think it was like 4 p.m. and my cat steals my office chair, and so I was kicked out and I had to relocate and go to my recliner, which is over there, which used to be over here, but I had to go to my recliner, and I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna like take a break from doing my like budgets and stuff like that and watch a video. And I fell asleep for like 2 hours in a recliner. And then I woke up and I was like, oh, I have to like eat dinner, blah, blah, blah. And then it was bedtime, and then I was like, I'm not tired. And it was just like, I tried so hard to like not fall asleep and also not have caffeine after my shift. And I think that really messed me up, because it happened like several times like that when I had to work early and then go home. And like sometimes I would like go out and like go do some errands, like go grocery shopping or go to the store or whatever to pick up some things, and that keeps me awake for until like I get home. And then I get home and I just accidentally fall asleep and accidentally take a nap, and it's like so bad. And so I think that's just kind of like cemented this like very poor circadian rhythm where I cannot fall asleep until 2 a.m. pretty much. And it doesn't help that I'm working from home for my internship right now, and so I don't have to wake up until like 8 a.m. and I still have time to get ready to like start working by 9 a.m. So that it's not helping at all. And then the other thing is, I mentioned like my neck pains, like that I've started to do some stretches, which really helps, which makes me think that I should start doing yoga again, which is what today's video is going to be, like a day in the life video after this little like long intro. But I'm going to try to do some yoga today, because doing some yoga and like yoga with Adrian has like these two very like magical like yoga for neck pain that I always do, and it never fails to relieve the pain, at least momentarily. But this time it was really bad and it like came back, and I even considered going back to the chiropractor that I went to that for treatment of I had like, what is it called? I don't want to call it plantar fasciitis because I don't think it was that, but basically I have flat feet, and after like walking a lot in like the wrong shoe, it basically injured my tendon, like that like had flare-ups over the course of like 3 years. And so I went to a chiropractor for that, and so I was like, maybe I should go to the chiropractor to just like realign my spine. I haven't gotten around to doing that because I don't know if I need like another referral to go for my insurance to cover it, so I just didn't bother doing that. But right now I'm actually wearing these patches. Now like that pain has migrated to my lower back. I was cooking porridge last night, which is what I had for dinner and also what I had for breakfast, because now like my digestive system is also feeling like not so great, like something's off balance. I'm already gluten-free, and I've been gluten-free since 2017, so like how many years is that? 6 years. And so I'm pretty sure I didn't eat any gluten, but there's just something else that's been like off in terms of like my stomach feeling settled. It might be dairy, but anyways, I was making porridge yesterday and I was like, I really think that I need to focus on my health this year. The other thing is like grad school is unnatural to the human body, and I've been like saying this to a few people like over last semester. It's just like, we are not meant to put ourselves through this torture of school and work, and like that's not how our human bodies are supposed to be made. And even like our like there's like psychosomatically, like I think being in school and being in this like intense academic environment like is not right for us. Like that's not the right relationship that we should have with learning and like intellectual rigor. Like I think that it's not super healthy. I wrote a blog post like last semester because, and you can go read it, I'll link it, but just to like mention like while I'm talking about like academia and the body and everything, last semester I was taking a course, and the course material that was assigned, like the reading material that was assigned, was like not sitting well with me. Like I want to explain it concisely, but it just didn't mesh well with my worldview, because it had this like very like icky perspective on like consent, and consent in the form of the government and people consenting to being governed, which none of us have consented. Like no one's listening to us if we revoke our consent to being governed. And so it was this But it was this like foundational text that we used the entire year, and it was like one of the first readings we were assigned, and like reading that just like made me like, I felt it in my body. Like it was just so like, I had this like very strong emotional and physical like reaction to it. It made me so upset. Like I would just like think about it like as I'm going about my day, and just think about that essay I had to read, and it was like, ugh, I can't believe I had to read that. And it was just like this cognitive dissonance between like what the aims of the class were in terms of like social change and things like that, and this concept. And the two did not go together in my opinion, but it was kind of a foundational thing for the course. And like I felt like being in school, whether or not it's the intent of the professor, even if they have some more unconventional ways of running their class or whatever, being in school, we are, especially as like marginalized people of marginalized identities, we are subjected to having to like read things and hold things at a certain like level of expertise and like knowledge and esteem that just like are not compatible with us, and how like we operate in the world and what we know of the world. It's just like, if you reject it, like you're wrong, and there's like nothing that you can do about it. There's no way to be like where I come from and like my worldview and like my experiences and my cultural upbringing, like it's not compatible with this. And so I don't see it as legitimate. There's no way to do that that's like not violent towards your body and your psyche. And I was going to make a video based on like my final paper for that class that I wrote for my channel, but I just had like, I was very proud of the paper once I submitted it, but then like for some reason, after like reading the feedback from my professor, whether or not it's intended to, I just felt like it's an attack on me, and it's an attack on my being. Like I feel very like confident in I don't know how to explain it. Like I feel very confident in my beliefs currently and very stable. And I think for anyone to kind of poke at it and prod at it, it just brings me back to a very insecure place, and I don't know why that is. And especially it's when it's like people in power, people who have more esteem, people with more privileged identities. Like there's always this like, why are you trying to poke holes in my argument right now? This is the truth that I want to live by, and this is how I want to move through the world. Like you cannot change that, but like by you like prodding at it, it makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong, and so it makes me feel anxious about putting in all the effort and time into like creating this whole video that I had this idea for, to have that like feeling come up again. It's just like I don't want to deal with that, like, so I'm just going to ignore. Yeah, I didn't mean to like go into that thing, but I need to drink some water because that's the other thing that I don't do enough of, drinking water. So I re-downloaded Plant Nanny for like, I use it on and off to track my water, but I should be drinking more. And so I'm going to now do my whole like, this is the day in the life video. So what time is it now? Oh my god, it's 11:11. So I don't have a schedule for today. I just know I gotta get out the door by like 2:30 to make work. So I'm gonna do maybe like a 30-minute yoga thing, and this is the first time I'm doing yoga in like 3 years. Like, for real. I used to do yoga so much, and it is on my bucket list to one day become a yoga teacher. I'm still like processing like some of like the questions and complications and nuances of like practicing yoga as like a non-Indian person, and also grappling with sort of like the casteist, is that the right word, sort of elements of yoga. I'm not going to get into that right now, but I think I'm going to do yoga for like 30 minutes, and then I'm going to shower, and then like pretty much like make a lunch, and then go to work, and that's pretty much my day. And so far it's better than just like playing The Sims for 2 hours, which is like my usual like routine. So okay, also let me give you a little tour of my new setup. Alright, so this is where I sit, and I used to just sit on the floor, so it's a little bit different. My little like maximalist little shelving. My cats like to sit in that little basket, which is cute, but I don't like it when they have to walk across the thing and knock things over. I'm not a fan of that. But this is my desk here. This actually used to be over here, and this chair used to be over here, and I just got that plant, but I've now learned that it's hard to take care of. Oh, let me just turn on the grow light. There we go. And yes, that's all, you know, ignore it. I don't live in a perfect environment, but I'm trying to make it work for me. And now I have my keyboard here. I barely use it, but it just, I got it from Goodwill for $50 like 6-7 years ago, and it just like would really pain me to get rid of it. But anyways, this is where I'm gonna do yoga. This is a Ripple rug. It's a really great cat toy. There's Louie. He's in his little spot sleeping. They can like go in, and like you can make little like tunnels and things, and they can like jump in the holes and stuff. It's really fun. He loves it. My office has 2 doors and a bike here, which, here's the thing, during the fall semester when it was warm, I used to bike to campus, and I felt like that was really good physical exercise. But since it's cold and I'm working remotely for now, like I don't get any exercise, so this leaves the apartment. That bucket, I'm planning on like dyeing some of my clothes, and this goes into the rest of the apartment. And it was kind of a weird situation because I wasn't really sure where to put my desk, but I've been very obsessed with like that feng shui guy on TikTok, and this is how I came up with, because this is the command position, so when I sit here, like I can see if anyone comes in on either side of the door, which I used to like always, like my partner used to scare me by like walking in here and like my back being turned, and so like I would just not hear him when I'm sitting here like facing this wall. And oh, that's not a crack, that's just my little Wi-Fi wire. I thought it was a crack. And like it would very much scare me and like just very shock me. And so now I just hang out here. This is where I fell asleep after that long work day. Anyways, yeah, let me just situate this. I'm making tacos. I've been having this craving for Taco Bell, and I'm just gonna make white people tacos myself. Why does this look weird and oxidized? So I decided to throw it out because I googled it, and beef that's gray on the outside and red on the inside is spoiled. So now I gotta figure out what to eat for lunch. Kind of black bean thing. Not exactly a refried bean situation, but maybe a little bit like it. Hello again. Okay, so I'm in my car, about to drive to work. I zip up my entire jacket because I don't want you to see where I work because I'm wearing my work uniform. I put these couple sticker thingies on because I do have some whiteheads. A testament to my poor health, lack of sleep, bad diet, and everything. I had my lunch. Unfortunately, the beef was not good. Tossed it out. Made some black bean tacos. They were like okay. They weren't hitting the spot like I wanted them to. 'Cause I love meat. Took a shower, and then I was gonna maybe bullet journal, but I didn't have enough time, so instead I did my nails. I just did like a quick dry, just like lavender polish. And I bought my bullet journal things in my bag, so in case there's time I will do it at work, because I work in like an office where I just have to like answer a window and answer the phone. So if there's like nothing to do, I can do whatever I want in there. I'll see what I can film, but I might be working with someone because last time I worked I was training someone, so we'll see. So now I'm gonna go to work, and the next time we check in it might be at 10:30 p.m. Alright, I'm in the parking lot. I have a few minutes before my shift actually starts. And I think I just forgot to mention at all today that I haven't had any caffeine. So I'm actually very tired right now. And my goal is to just go home and go to sleep. And hopefully like tomorrow it'll all be fine. And tomorrow I have the same shift, 3 to 10:30. We'll see tomorrow. Will I do like yoga? Will I get some journaling done? We'll see about that. Checking in here. It is 6:16. I am on my lunch break. I decided to order some fast food Chinese because I really wanted meat and rice. Like, I'm so hungry. And they have curbside. I've never eaten from here, and so I'm curious, but I'm just waiting for them to bring my food out. It's so disorienting how dark it is after being inside for a few hours. Okay, I'm home. I just did my whole skincare hygiene routine for the night, which I have been kind of lazy with my skincare and hence the pimples, but the pimple patches did help. I honestly don't feel like that tired. I'm like tired, but like I don't feel like I could like, I thought I would feel exhausted, but I don't. So now it is time to attempt to go to sleep. I had been like a few times like using chamomile tea or an herbal tea at night just to like have a whole like thing to be like, oh, it's time for sleep. It doesn't really help. Even tried sleeping pills a couple times, and I honestly would just like wait until like 12:30, 1 a.m. to take it, so I don't know if it actually makes that much of a difference or if I would just fall asleep around 2 anyways. So today I'm just gonna not do any of that and see how the sleeping goes. I'm gonna try to wake up at 8 to not sleep more than 9 hours. I won't though if I go to sleep at 2 a.m. But I think that oversleeping also affects it, because I used to be like such a morning person when I was younger. Oh look, here's Louie. Here he is. He loves to bite this plant, and don't worry, it's safe. Once I brought it home, he immediately started nibbling. Yeah, just rinse and repeat for tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!